Well, you actually lost your virginity at 10,
Yes.
which is pretty young.
Yes.
And what was that like to actually be that young? I mean, you had that situation where you were being molested, but here was sex that you actually wanted to have for the first time at a very young age, a preteen.
Well, this young lady, young little girl, liked me, and we used to walk from the bus to our homes. We lived in the same neighborhood, and one day we walked to my house, and I was going to say goodbye. She said, "No, we're going inside. Let me inside." So we went in. And in those doors, they didn't lock the doors. I mean, it's crazy. There were no door locks. It's just you went in. And she took me under the dining room table, of all places, and pulled my pants down and touched me and then inserted me inside of her. And I had never known anything like that ever.
Right.
And I screamed and whatever. And she laughed and kissed me. And she... my sister came home looking for me, and I didn't say anything. And then my sister went to the kitchen, and the young lady got up and went out the front door and just closed the door. And I came from under the table, putting my pants up. My sister said, "What's going on? Is my son at the door?" I said, "No." "Who was that?" I said, "Nobody."
Well, this is the 50s now. You're
Yes.
10 years old. You were born in 45, was it?
43.
43, my bad. So this is 1953. What were to happen if a black boy and a white girl were found kissing during that era in upstate New York? So were you seeing any white girls at all as you started to get older and get in your teens and so forth?
Yes, but that was before real integration.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
And so it's like, no, you didn't really kiss white girls in public or have those kinds of things, because they were still lynching and beating and all kinds of other things.
Right.
So you were told to, as they said, stick to your own. That was the
Okay.
phrase, stick to your own.
But were you seeing white girls like behind closed doors?
No, I was afraid.
You were afraid.
I was afraid.
Okay.
Even though some approached me, etc., and it was like, your parents always, they were terrified, for you as kids, and they always told you to be careful. Another phrase was stay in your place, those kinds of things. But there were attractions.
Right.
But you had to ignore a lot of them because, it was dangerous.
I mean, right, there was they did the movie on Thurgood Marshall. His big case was over a black man messing with a white woman who claimed that he had raped her, but they actually had an actual relationship the whole time behind her husband's back.
Yes.
But she had to say that she was raped in order to save face in her community, because had it been found out that this white woman was, having regular sex with a black man, how would she be viewed during that time?
They had names. And I'm sure by her society she would have been totally rejected.
Yeah.
And then beside that, she's married.
Right. On top of that.
That ain't gonna happen.